Hi, I'm contacting you today because I saved your phone number and email in my phone, and I thought that you're a very important contact for me. My name is Pavel Sakurets, and I would like to share with you my new venture that I have been working on with my business partner Konstantin Zuev since 2016. We applied for a patent and received it just several months ago. I will tell you more about this patent, but it's connected to the app that we built. I came into the United States alone when I was 20 years old with 50 bucks in my pocket, no friends, no relatives, no place to stay in, no green card, no work authorization, and very basic knowledge of English. 8 years later, I started building my dream home on the lake where I live now with my family and created several successful businesses that bring me income without my involvement. During my journey, I met many wonderful, hard-working people who unfortunately lived from paycheck to paycheck. Can you imagine that 63% of Americans live from paycheck to paycheck in the world's greatest country? It's sad. You probably know that the average person pays 30% in income taxes, but on top of that we pay sales tax, which usually accounts for 6 to 15% depending on the state where you live in. We also pay property tax, which is usually 2% of the property value. If I buy a new car and pay sales tax in Minnesota, when I sell my old car to a new buyer has to pay the sales tax on my old car that I already paid the sales tax on when I bought it. Is it fair? Maybe it's not, but the way how it is. If you sum it all up, we roughly give 40 to 45% of our hard-earned money to Uncle Sam. And what does our government give us back in return besides free school education for our children, police and firefighters? Yeah, you could say freedom, yes. I always thought how all of us could get out of the rat race and do something that we enjoy doing, getting paid for it, and being less dependent on the government. Should we enjoy our life and live in financial abundance? Remember, back in the day, people used natural exchange to pay for things. For example, I give you chicken and you give me a bowl of strawberries in return. And there was a barter, of course, where you do something for me, I do something for you in return. But our government found the way how to tax us even on barter. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against paying taxes, I'm against excessive taxation. I have a question for you. What if my neighbor asked me to help him to jumpstart his car? And I did. And 1 month later, I asked my neighbor to stay with my dog for a few days because I was going out of town, and he agreed to return the favor. Do I need to pay income tax on this favor? Our government considers this transaction as barter, and it is a taxable event. What if I were to tell you that we created the app called Swap Your Time that helps people buy, exchange services and goods on their time instead of money? You know that the American dollar once was supported by gold is not supported by anything anymore. And currency keeps devaluing year after year. Imagine if we have a time currency that allows you to pay for everything, and value of which only goes up when more people use the app. Think of our app as a byproduct of natural exchange that our ancestors had. You could buy anything with time on our app, and you could also get paid with time through our app. Fortunately for us, government hasn't figured out a way how to tax us on natural exchange. Our app allows you to do natural exchanges with other people and get paid with time currency called T, where 1 T is equal $1. If you have accumulated a lot of time on your account and you need dollars to pay bills, you could sell the time on our app and receive cash. But remember this, as soon as cash hits your bank account, you will need to pay income tax on profits and possibly sales tax. If you keep it in time, you pay nothing to nobody. If you want to be less dependent on money and get paid for the things that you enjoy doing, you can download our app by following the link below this video, but this is not the reason why I have contacted you. I'm looking for people that are willing to share their feedback with me so we could improve the app and spread the wealth between the people of the universe, so we could become less dependent on money and taxes. If you want to be a part of this venture, you can invest into our project as little as $100, but my primary objective is to work with investors who could provide valuable feedback or throw some ideas that will make our app better and more popular. We also registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission to raise funds. My promise to you is this, that we will not be selling the app when it goes viral to big corporations so they sell your information and monetize on it as much as possible, or shut it down because they see it as a potential threat to the money system. We will keep all users' information private and not sell it to anybody. I find this very fascinating, but I used to pay Google and Facebook to advertise my businesses years ago, but now Google and Facebook pay us to advertise on our app. And we use these funds to pay for the application infrastructure and support. If you want to become a part of the American dream and join forces with me to make people less dependent on money, do things that you love, and get paid while paying less taxes, follow the link below. Thanks for watching and happy time swapping.